on to some more breaking news coming in as far as the latest, as far as the SSC scam case is concerned, where we are getting in these latest visuals of on our screens right now coming in as far as Arpita Mukherjee is concerned and the case pertaining to the same. We are still awaiting more details about this entire case, but live images on our screen right now coming in as far as the entire case and the investigation in the case is concerned. And now we have these images coming in from outside a hospital premises where it seems like all right, before that, let me also now cut across to Tanushree joining us on this broadcast. Yes, Tanushree, what are we witnessing on our screen right now? Tanushree, if you can hear me, we can see a lot of chaos surrounding this entire, in fact, place where you are reporting from. This looks like a hospital premises. It looks like certain close aides of Arpita Mukherjee were being taken inside. What more are you picking up? All right, we do know that the Bengal scam treasure chest case is only growing further with the ED widening its probe and tightening its grip, and now Arpita's in-laws have also been raided in this case. There are 4 different houses of Arpita Mukherjee that have been raided by the Enforcement Directorate. There have been a black diary that has now been accessed by the Enforcement Directorate that opens the Pandora's box. There have been 5 more names noted in this particular diary. Remember, there have been massive cash seizures and mountains of cash, gold and other documents that have now been seized from multiple residences of Arpita Mukherjee, that is being considered as a close aide of Partha Chatterjee, and the latest being that Arpita has now reached a hospital in Joka. It seems like she has some medical issue why she's being taken there, because remember, she has been under the police custody for several days now. My colleague Tanushree now joins us on this broadcast. Yes, Tanushree. Hello. Tanushree, if you can hear me, we are getting in these latest visuals of Arpita Mukherjee now reaching the ESI hospital in Joka. It seems like she is undergoing some medical treatment there. What more are you picking up?
Well, what we are picking up right now is that Arpita Mukherjee, when she was brought to the ESI hospital, over there she had refused to get down from the car. She broke down and she refused to get down from the car. The Central Security Forces, they had to pull her out of the car into a wheelchair, and she was wheeled into the hospital. On the other hand, when Partha Chatterjee got down from the car, he had just one line to say. That is what we are getting to know from our sources, is that he is a victim of conspiracy. That is what we are getting to know, that Partha Chatterjee has finally opened his mouth. He has said he is a victim of conspiracy, while Arpita Mukherjee has broken down completely. She was crying inside the car. She refused to get down from the car. Now, we know that previously when Partha Chatterjee was taken to the ESI hospital for a checkup, and he was asked whether he would resign from his ministry, he had said for what reason should he resign. But yesterday, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee had relieved Partha Chatterjee of all his ministerial posts. The party had suspended him, and today during his medical checkup, when he had gone to the ESI hospital, he just said one line to the reporters that he is a victim of conspiracy. Back to studio.
That's right. Tanushree, if you can get us more details of the ED probe that's underway, because, ED officials also informing that Arpita is said to have revealed that the money belongs to Partha. Not just that, they're also looking at several other residences of Arpita as well. That's currently under the ED scanner.
Well, there are a lot of residences which are under the ED scanner, but yesterday we know that Arpita Mukherjee, according to ED sources, has been cooperating, and yesterday she had stated that all this money had belonged to Partha Chatterjee. She was not even allowed to enter the room where these cash were kept. She knew that there was cash being kept. That is what we are getting to know from ED sources, but she has categorically mentioned that she was not allowed to go into those rooms. There were men who Partha Chatterjee had sent in order to keep the cash. Partha Chatterjee himself had visited the rooms, but she was not allowed to enter. What we are also getting to know is that 4 of Arpita's luxury cars are missing, and according to ED sources, these cars may contain huge amounts of cash, and these cars went missing on the night Arpita Mukherjee was arrested. The ED is on a lookout for these cars. These are luxury cars starting from an Audi, a Mercedes, a Honda City and another Honda CVR. But also we are getting to know that the flat from where 28 crores was recovered in Belgoria, Clubtown Heights, over there 2 shell companies were being run. We know that one of the shell companies' name is Zamira Sunshines, and the Enforcement Directorate is looking into this also. According to Enforcement Directorate sources, they are also looking into the directors of these companies who have been named as Biswajit Roy, Devashish Devnath and Antim Goswami. A lookout is also for them because they might be questioned on a later date. We also know that Partha Chatterjee's personal secretary is on his way to the CGO. Most likely he is to be questioned today also. Back to studio.
Tanushree, as you were pointing out, it seems like Arpita Mukherjee broke down while she was brought to that particular hospital. This is because she has been questioned for several days now. There have been multiple seizures that have been made. There is a mountain of cash load, gold and other documents that have been seized from her, and how she has been constantly questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. Any more information coming in of why possibly she was brought there and why she broke down?
Well, you see, she has been brought there according to court orders. We know that the special court has ordered that every 48 hours Arpita Mukherjee and Partha Chatterjee are to be brought down to a central government hospital, that is ESI Joka hospital, for medical checkup. That is the reason why every 48 hours Arpita Mukherjee and Partha Chatterjee are being brought down to the ESI Joka. But we are getting to know from ED sources that yes, the moment she has started cooperating, Arpita Mukherjee has been breaking down a day or two ago. Also, she has broken down in the ED custody while she was recording her statement. We are also getting to know that Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee's statements are being recorded. The huge amount of seizure that was made in Belgoria flat, statements are being recorded as to who these cash has come from, where these cash have come from, the gold, who it belonged to, how much gold, where it was bought from. Everything is being questioned. Now we also are getting to know from Enforcement Directorate sources that the statement taken from Arpita Mukherjee, that is being cross-checked with Partha Chatterjee, and certainly those statements are being cross-checked, and then questioning is starting again. So now in the morning a first round of questioning has taken place, after which they have been taken for medicals. Once they come back, questioning will begin again. But Arpita Mukherjee is certainly breaking down because, as we are getting to know from ED sources, the ED has asked her to cooperate. Otherwise, things might have been more difficult for Arpita. So, which is why she is cooperating, but she is certainly breaking down now.
Okay, all right. So we're going to keep our focus on what's happening there currently as we're looking at the screens. A lot of ruckus there as well, as she was just brought in for the medical examination. Tanushree, the probe into it, of course, continues, and more details are also being revealed in the nexus between Partha Chatterjee as well as Arpita Mukherjee. Tanushree, continue to get us these live updates from the spot.
Well, certainly, you see, we are in the CGO complex over here, and it is from here that Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee are being questioned. There is, the nexus is expanding according to the Enforcement Directorate sources. They are looking into every angle. We know that Arpita's ancestral home has also been raided. Nothing was found yesterday. 2 other flats of Arpita Mukherjee were raided, but nothing was there. But certainly, ED is looking into every property that is owned in the name of Arpita and Partha Chatterjee. Whether more cash is to be found, whether more documents are to be found, that is to be looked into. But the Enforcement Directorate certainly are looking into it. There are many more people under the scanner who will be questioned involved in this regard. So certainly it will be, we know that Partha Chatterjee and Arpita are
All right,
to be...
thank you, Tanushree, for that, and we'll keep a close watch on the ED investigation further. We are